Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is your weekly reading for July 19th through the 25th. This week, we're starting out a little differently. Big surprise with the Healing Mantra deck. So I'll just pull one card for you guys to start out with, which I actually already did. And that'll be the general theme for your reading this week. So the card that I got for you guys is Dispelling Sadness. And on the back it says, I will feel better once I get the rest I need. Rest is very important for you guys right now. If you are dealing with a lot of real quick. Short excerpt from the book. This mantra is ideal for dealing with depression, fighting against time, and learning how to relax. Okay, back to what I was saying. Feeling sadness, feeling emotions, period, whatever they may be, it can be very draining sometimes. So if you're going through something right now where you're dealing with trauma or just any kind of situation that brings up a lot of strong emotions and a lot of sadness, it can be very draining for you, can be very tiring. And so you have to remember that even if it's occurring in your head or just within you, it can still be, it still requires a certain amount of energetic exertion. And so you have to take time, you have to get sleep, you have to nurture your body, you have to eat right, you have to keep drinking water, you have to take a warm shower, you know what I mean? Go to bed on time. Or at least get enough sleep no matter when you go to bed, so that your body is strong enough to move through that emotional process. Because oftentimes, healing feels like sadness, and it's painful. But even though it may hurt, even though it may be very difficult for you, you are still healing. It is a very integral part of the process. So we never want to push the sadness down. We don't want to silence the sadness. We don't want to ignore it. We have to acknowledge it and work through it. But at the same time, take care of your body so that it doesn't take everything out of you in this process. So with that said, we'll go ahead and we'll turn to the tarot. We'll see what we got for Virgo this week. What for Virgo? Alright, so the first card we got for you guys is the Page of Rods, also known as the Page of Wands. Many different ways that this could be interpreted, and I'll know more once I get more cards on the table, but this is, usually the pages are a messenger of some kind, so some kind of message coming into you, probably intuitively, or in meditation, because wands are fire, and fire is directly related to like your connection to spirit or your connection to source. It is like divine inspiration. So to me, this Page of Wands, this could either be inexperienced but divinely inspired action, or something of that nature. Or it could be that there is a message coming into you regarding something on a spiritual level from spirit that's going to come to you through your intuition that you have to be listening for, I guess. And if we relate it back to that card about, healing through sadness, then that kind of implies to me that there is, because the page is also it's a younger energy, it's almost like a student. So that page, to me, could indicate that there's a lesson to be learned here. There's something that you're supposed to be learning and taking away from this, something very important that pertains to your life path and what you're going to do moving forward. So we'll get more cards on the table and see what else we can get for you guys. We have the Knight of Blades, also known as the Knight of Swords. So this is you searching for truth, as well as speaking your mind, being honest, staying logical, not dealing with any bullshit from anybody, and generally just sorting through a bunch of bullshit in your life. This could include cutting out certain people or relationships if that's necessary, or just dropping old beliefs that no longer serve you or that you have come to realize are not accurate or they don't align with your current reality, right? So this could be a calling to you to speak your truth and express what you are learning as you move through this process of dealing with this sadness that you've carried for probably a long time. Let's see what else we can get for you guys. What else can we get for Virgo? Maybe a little clarification on that Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have the Four of Elixirs, also known as the Four of Cups. And this can imply taking time in solitude, or just generally it could be alone time, or it could be isolation if taken too far, or if not in balance. But just kind of getting away from outside influences in order to come to your own conclusions in regarding whatever situation is relevant to you at this point in time. It could also indicate some kind of offer that has come into you that's kind of shady, that you are choosing to reject at this time because either there's not enough information or you don't trust it for some reason. And that reason may just be a gut feeling, and if that's the case, then I think you should trust it. I often wonder what the world would be like if more people trusted their intuition on a regular basis, because there's a lot to be learned, a lot to be gleaned from your intuition and your instinctual knowledge you came into this life with already that you're not consciously aware of. And that could be part of that Knight of Swords energy as well, that you are trying to seek that information now actively. So you may be spending a lot of time in meditation, or just spending a lot of time thinking, because meditation requires not thinking. But you may be spending a lot of time in thought, pondering many different things that have happened in your life, past experiences, ideas that you have encountered or come across on your path. I personally am one, I don't believe in I don't believe in coincidence. And so every experience, to me, I always look for the lesson. I always look for the little tidbit of information that I should take from that. So that may be where you're at right now on your journey as well. We'll see. What else do we have for Virgo? Alright, so we have the High Priestess. Okay, so this is all about getting a connection with your subconscious and your intuition. Okay, this is about your connection to spirit, your connection to the divine, and your ability to understand the information that is coming in from the divine. And then we also have, they came out at the same time, the Nine of Coins. So success, enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's kind of funny there, right? To just throw in that Pentacles card in a reading that really takes place mostly on the spiritual level. I think I'll clarify that 9 of coins. Can we clarify that 9 of coins for Virgo? Okay. Give me 2 cards again. So we have the 2 of Blades, which indicates a decision that needs to be made. A crossroads of sorts where you have to choose a direction. But also, we have the Hierophant. Okay? And so you may find yourself in a position where either you are following instruction from someone who may be teaching you or guiding you, or you become the teacher, you become the guide through these experiences and the information that you've learned through working through this sadness. Then perhaps as you learn through this healing process, then you become a guide for others who also are trying to work through the same process and heal from their wounds in their lives. Okay. I think I will draw a card from the Shamanic Medicine deck and then perhaps the Akashic Records. Let's see. Wait for Virgo this week. Okay, we have Tree People, Sustenance. And then we had another one come out with it. Plant Medicine, Truth. It's funny how similar those cards are to me, right? Because it says Plant Medicine and Truth, but plants provide a great amount of sustenance for us. So part of your healing process, honestly, may come down to, they're purifying soul, purifying mind, but also purifying body. And the beginning of purifying body, that always starts with what you put in your body, okay? What you eat, what you drink. So you may be called here to start implementing healthier habits, or just eating a little better, drinking more water, eating more greens, more salad, more vegetables, things that are grown from the earth. But also, to me, this indicates that as you move forward and on your journey, you will be provided for, because you have something important that you have to accomplish, which honestly most people do. But as long as you are following the right path, then you will always have what you need in abundance. Okay, and that kind of clears up that 9 of Pentacles for me up here, because I think the message to you is that you have an important job to do. You are going to find yourself in a position where you are helping other people, or you are leading others. And in order to do that, the world, or the universe, or the earth, whatever, is going to provide you the resources that you need to do that job and to survive and to be comfortable, or at least comfortable enough to work, but not so comfortable you don't grow. You know what I mean? Or maybe you don't know what I mean. I don't know what I mean. We'll pull a couple more cards for you guys, get a little more insight. What do we got for Virgo? Okay. Chakra cleanse. Okay, so we're purifying the body, we're purifying the chakras, the energetic body. This could be done in the form of cutting energetic ties to individuals or situations or places that are unhealthy for you. This could also be done through meditation and letting go, right? Especially when you're working through this healing sadness. Naturally, a consequence of healing your sadness is going to be clearing your energy, letting go of things that no longer serve you or things that weigh you down or hold you back. And do some research too if you're interested in the chakras and how they work and what they are if you don't know already. Because individual chakras could be blocked or just off kilter, out of balance. And though that can always manifest as a physical problem. If your throat chakra is off, you could have a sore throat. You could be losing your voice a lot. Your throat could be swollen. If it's your root chakra that's a problem, there could be reproductive issues. Basically issues with the part of the body where that chakra is located. So if you're having some issues, and to me, if the issue is requiring you to purify your diet, then it could be potentially your root or your solar plexus, or your navel chakra, one of your lower 3 chakras that could be out of balance or out of alignment, and that could be creating some issues with you, especially if you struggle with confidence or a feeling of security. So, and safety. Safety is a big one. When those 3 chakras are out of balance, then you feel very unsafe, you feel very uncomfortable, you feel very insecure. So keep that in mind. It's amazing what changing your diet can affect when it comes to like your energy. Okay, so let's get one more out of this deck for you guys. One more for Virgo. Okay, yep. Teacher, mentor. So everything that you're going through right now, everything that you're learning right now is so that you can take that information and share it with others, so that you can be a guide and a teacher to other people that you will encounter on your path. And that's very important. To me, this indicates that for some of you, maybe even a lot of you, this is your purpose. This is what you came onto this earth to do in this lifetime. You came to guide others. And so, first, before you can get to that point where you are teaching and guiding others, you have to work through your own issues. And you have to be open to spirit. You have to be able to deal with your emotions and understand them from an objective perspective. So that you can derive the lesson and you can help other people derive the lessons from their experiences. I do feel like I'm repeating myself a little bit. So I will go ahead. You know what I'm going to do? You don't know what I'm going to do because I haven't told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the Learning to Witch deck to see if there's any added advice, anything that you guys can use to your advantage in this process, and then we'll go ahead and we'll choose an affirmator card for you guys, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see what we got for Virgo. We got anything for Virgo? Any advice? Anything that could be helpful for Virgo? Okay. We have Malachite. Deep energy cleanse and transform yourself. So, if you're into crystals or whatever, you might actually look into getting some of this for yourself and meditating with it. And do your own research, figure out what method would be best for you. Also, you could just read up on it and just tune into the energy of Malachite in order to work through that process of cleansing yourself energetically. And green is... we have a lot of green over here, right? Especially with the tree people and the plant medicine. So perhaps heart healing is going to be very beneficial to you, healing your heart chakra. That may be where your imbalance lies. And that does kind of make sense when it comes to working through sadness, because in my opinion, sadness lives in the heart, right? That's where it takes up space and it starts to weigh you down and clog stuff up. So working on clearing and healing the heart chakra could be very beneficial to you guys right now. Let's see what else we got. One more for you, Virgo. Okay, we have create. Time for self. Unleash creative muse. And so you may find it helpful when working through this sadness to express your feelings in creative ways by creating something, whether it be art or writing or music or whatever it is. However you choose to be creative, okay, then that creative expression will help you to let go and give your problems and give the heavy subjects back to the universe so that it can help you deal with it, so that you can finally forgive and let go and move forward with your life. You know, put it on paper and then set that paper on fire. It's something that people do a lot, and it works. I don't fully understand how it works, but it just does somehow, to be able to take what's in your mind and then physically manifest it in reality and then to send it away. It's very freeing. So that might be something that you would benefit from. Just a little insight there. So we'll go ahead, we'll choose an affirmator card, and then we'll call it good. Affirmator for Virgo, please. Okay. Generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. And that guy's a bummer. Alright, guys. So while that card is about generosity, it is also about energetic flow, right? Because generosity is an expression of energy. It's a positive expression of energy that is helpful to others, right? And so this whole theme keeps popping up again of the chakras and clearing and cleansing. And so you may have a blockage. And so the idea is to get energy flowing freely through you again, so that you can heal and move forward and fulfill your personal purpose. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. If this reading resonated with you guys, if you found it helpful and you want to see more, please like this video. Feel free to subscribe so you can get notified when I upload every week. And if you have any suggestions, anything you want to see me do on my channel, readings wise, please leave a comment. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and ideas. And other than that, I will see you guys next week.